Yes. Okay. Well, good morning. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time for yourselves and to do the class. We're gonna start by sitting in a comfortable position, crossing our legs. You may put like maybe a pillow or um one of this be, below your sit bones, just to like elongate your spine. Roll your shoulders back, open your chest. Maybe place your hands um on your knees. Maybe place your palms up if you like to receive more energy. If you need to charge yourselves with energy, and we're gonna start by breathing. So let's really connect to our breath. Let's start just by feeling how the air comes into your lungs and how your belly fills up with air when you inhale, and how your navel comes towards your spine as you exhale. You may close your eyes. Maybe you wanna just relax your gaze, however you feel comfortable, and just start breathing. Just connecting to your breath. Start like feeling how the temperature is around you. Start by being present in this moment. Maybe take some deep inhales, some deep exhales, just however you feel today. Maybe you just want to let your breath flow. Maybe you want to do it a little bit deeper. But let's just start by doing that and really relaxing. And today I'm going to talk about one of the moral obligations that we have in yoga. Last class, if you were here, we talk about ahimsa, which is non-violence, but it also has to do with compassion. And today we're gonna talk about satya, which is truthfulness or to live in your true nature. So sometimes we think like, oh yeah, well, I tell the truth, and I'm always honest, but sometimes we don't think about it like towards ourselves. So sometimes we need to reflect a little bit more and work on ourselves and think like, am I being true to myself, to my principles, to my values, to how I feel? So I want you to take this in today's practice, because if anything feels bad in your body, or if it feels painful, because sensation is good, but pain is not. So if anything feels painful, be true to yourself and just come back to child's pose, okay? So that's what we're gonna do some work today. So let's start by doing some neck stretches. So let's start by moving our neck side to side, left to right, bringing your head to your shoulders, not your shoulders to your head. Inhale, going to one side. Exhale, going to the other side. You may keep your eyes closed, or maybe you want to have your eyes open. So let's start by doing that. And when you're ready, come back to center. And now we're going to shake our head yes. So inhale, bring your head back. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, bring your head back. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Let's do this a few times at your own pace. When you're ready, we're gonna come back to center and we're gonna shake our head no. So going inhale, going to the right side. Exhale, going to the left side. At your own rhythm. And when you're ready, coming back to center. Now, if you had something under you, take it out. And we're gonna bring the plant of our feet together because we're gonna do some butterflies. So grab with your hands, grab the outside of your feet, and we're gonna start. We're gonna imagine that our legs are our wings, and you may close your eyes or keep your eyes open and imagine you're a butterfly and you're flying. So let's just go up and down with our legs and always breathing. You may have your heels where it feels like comfortable. Maybe they're closer to your hips, maybe they're not that close. It's fine. Always breathe. Keep your chest open and shoulders away from your ears. When you're ready, we're gonna come back. We're gonna stop flying and we're gonna come back to our comfortable feet. And with the next inhale, you're gonna bring your arms up. And on your next exhale, come down to your right. Left hand on your knee, right hand behind your back. And on your next inhale, you're gonna twist to your right side. Maybe if the neck feels good, try to look over your shoulder. If not, you can look just to your right side, okay? So inhale, try to make your spine longer, and as you exhale, try to twist a little bit more. So inhale, make your spine long. Exhale, twist. Inhale, make your spine long. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Two more at your own pace. Inhaling and exhaling. And as you're ready, on your next exhale, let it go, coming back to center. Now, on your next inhale, bring your arms up again. And we're gonna do the other side. So right hand to your left knee and left hand towards your back. On your inhale, make your spine long. On your exhale, try to twist. Using both hands to help you with the twist. So inhale, make your spine long. Exhale, try to twist a little bit more. Three more with your own breath. And on your next exhale, when you're ready, letting go and coming back to center. Now, we're going to put our hands on the mat to whichever side you feel comfortable. And we're going to come into our tabletop position. So making like a table with our back. Um, our knees are under hips, our hand or wrists are under our shoulders. Okay. Oh, let me take this off. Um, and we're gonna do some cat cows. So on your inhale, we're gonna do cow. So bring your navel towards the floor and try to look up. And on your exhale, round your back for cat and make yourself a little rainbow. Inhale, coming back to cow. And exhale, coming back to cat. We're gonna do three more. Add with your own breath. And when you're ready, coming back to tabletop position. And this time, on your next inhale, bring your chest up. And on your next inhale, bring your arms up, all the way up. And then you're gonna tuck in your toes. And you're gonna bring your right arm towards your right ankle. And then your left hand towards your left ankle. So, and maybe on your next exhale, you sink your head towards the floor. If this feels uncomfortable, maybe just try to like open your chest and lay back without putting your hands on your ankles. However, it feels comfortable, okay? Let's stay here for 5 full breaths. Really opening your chest. And when you're ready, coming out of it as you came in. So bring your arms back, uh, back front. And now we can bring our knees together. Inhale, bring your arms up. And exhale, bring your glutes towards your ankles and lay down on the mat. Bring your forehead to the mat. Maybe you want to leave your arms extended towards the front, or maybe you want to lay them down on the sides of your body, however it feels more comfortable for you. If you need a stretch, maybe you want to stay with your arms extended, but if you feel more like relaxing, you can bring your hands on the sides of your body. So this is child's pose. This is a pose that you can always come back to if you feel tired, if you feel like something hurts, if you don't feel safe, or you know, if you just want to come here at any time of the class, that is perfectly fine, okay? So stay here for 5 more breaths. And when you're ready, start pushing yourself up with your hands and bring your hands to the front of the mat. Tuck, separate your knees. So bring your knees hip width, and you're gonna tuck in your toes. You're gonna press through your hands and through your feet, and you're gonna send your hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Okay. So here we want to start maybe by pedaling. So maybe bending your knee, coming onto your tippy toes on one leg, and then doing the same with the other leg. So we can really stretch our hamstrings and get used to this position that we're doing for the first time this morning. And remember to keep breathing with each movement. Try to think back to what we talked about this at the beginning of the class. If you're being true to yourself, to what your body feels, keep breathing. Now, find some stillness. When you're ready, remember the goal of downward facing dog is not to bring your heels to the floor. It is to have your back flat. Okay? So we'd rather be bending our knees and making our chest closer to our knees than to have an arched back. Okay? Also remember the eyes of your elbows are pointing the corners of the opposite corners of the mat. So your right eye of the elbow goes to the left corner of your mat. Okay, so on your next inhale, we're gonna walk our feet towards our hands, bringing our all the way towards our hands, and then we're gonna bend our knees. Exhale, let go of your upper part of the body. Let's just stay here. Maybe sway from side to side. Let's relax your neck. So let's shake our head yes and no. So we can let go of the tension that we may have in our neck. Really letting your arms, like, let go of your arms. Root yourself through your legs, through your feet. Maybe if you want to lift your toes and really root yourself through the four corner of your feet. And when you're ready, inhale for halfway. Maybe you bring your hands to your legs. We want to keep our back flat and look forward. And exhale, coming back into forward fold. Inhale, we're going to come all the way up, vertebra by vertebrae, and bring our arms up. Then exhale, bring your hands to heart center, keeping the chest open. Maybe your hands are in a prayer form. Then inhale again. Bring your arms all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. The last thing to come down is your head. Now inhale halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Send your feet back for a plank, and then you may bring your knees down to the mat, or you may want to try it without your knees, and then you're gonna come into a half push-up, sending all the way forward, and then on your next inhale, come down to your mat, and then push up for cobra, so your legs are on the mat, or maybe upward facing dog, so you're gonna push through your feet to lift up your legs. And then wherever you are, maybe you're on the mat, maybe you lift your legs. You're gonna engage the core, very important, don't hurt your spine, and come into downward facing dog. Okay, we're gonna do this a couple of times. So catch your breath here, relax your neck, shoulders away from your ears. And when you're ready, maybe you want to walk your feet again. Maybe you want to try jumping with being careful, jumping your feet towards the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Send your feet back, maybe lower your knees. Coming to half a push-up. Then on your next inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And on your next exhale, coming, engaging the core and coming into downward facing dog. Catch your breath. Always breathing, staying true to yourself. On your next inhale, bring your feet to the top of the mat, however it feels comfortable for you. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. And bringing our arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Send your feet back for high plank. Bring your knees back if you need, down if you need to. Send your weight forward, half push up, cobra, or upward facing dog. And engage the core. Exhale, coming into downward facing dog. Catch your breath here. You may change downward facing dog for a little bit of child pose if you need. From here, your next inhale, bring your feet to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up and feeling tall, tall, tall like a tree. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep the chest open. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Coming to high plank. Maybe lowering your knees. Send your weight forward. Coming to half push-up chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, engage the core. Coming into down dog, or if you need to, child's pose. Let's breathe here. And we're gonna do one more. So inhale, bring your hands to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up, feeling really, really tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Send your feet back. High plank. Maybe lower your knees. Send your weight forward. Then inhale, coming into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, engage the core. Coming to downward facing dog. Now, if you need to hear, since we started doing the hard work, maybe you want to come into child's pose, maybe you want to drink some water. So, or if you want to stay in downward facing dog, that's fine too. Okay? So, when you're ready, coming into downward facing dog, and we're gonna send our right leg up for three-legged dog. And then we're gonna bend the knee, bring that knee in between our hands, in between our arms, and then place that foot in between our hands and lower the back knee. Maybe if you have something to protect the knee that's on the floor, maybe a pillow or anything that you can put below it. And we are gonna change our right hand with our right foot. So the right foot is gonna go out and the both hands are gonna be together. Okay. Our knee is gonna be just on top of our ankle. What we're gonna do next, we're gonna have our left arm here, we're gonna leave it on the floor, and with our wrist under our shoulder, and with our right hand, we're gonna push the right knee away from us. So let's feel that stretch. Feel a stretch on your hip, on your leg, and breathe for that sensation. If it's pain, you can come back. If it's chest sensation, maybe you can push a little bit farther. Let's stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's release that. Bring your right hand back to the mat. And now, if you feel good here, you can stay here with your arms extended. But if you feel like you can go a little bit farther, maybe you can come into your forearms, keeping that knee on top of the ankle. Okay? And your gaze is gonna go forward. Protect your neck. And let's breathe here. If you're with your arms extended, same thing. Just breathe here. Keep your gaze forward. Let's do 3 more breaths. Now, wherever you are, you're going to tuck in the back toes and you're going to leave that knee. Okay? And we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. When you're ready, if you were with your forearms, push yourself up and then adjust your stand because we're going to come up. So, on your next inhale, lift your chest, lift through that right leg, and bring your arms up for high lunge. Let's breathe here. Ooh. And then we can relax our back foot. We can bring it completely to the floor and shift our hips to the side. And we can bring our arms parallel to the floor, coming into warrior 2. So your chest is going to be looking forward. Your knee is going to be aligned with your ankle. And your feet, maybe it's in an angle. Maybe it's parallel to the back of the mat, however you feel comfortable. And your arms parallel to the floor. Your torso is going forward. Let's breathe here for 3 breaths. Now, windmill your arms, just your arms and your torso to face towards how your leg is facing, your front leg. And then we're gonna calm down like a forward fold. Bring our hands outside our feet, place them on the mat, and then Shift our back foot as if we were in a high lunge. And then we're gonna send our right foot back into three-legged dog. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna bend the knee again, bring it towards the front of the mat. But now we're gonna lay it down as if we're making like an L with that leg, with the ankle close to our hip. Okay. So if you have knee problems, sorry, if you have knee problems, please don't do this. You can come into your back and you can lay down and make a 4 with your legs. You may have the left leg extended or bent, however you want. But if you don't have knee problems, let's come into pigeon pose. Here, we're gonna try to square the hips so you're not going to one side or the other, but try to have a balance here. Okay, the leg doesn't need to be on a 90-degree position. You can be as close to your hip as you need to. Keep your chest open, your spine long, and maybe you can bring your back foot towards yourself. Maybe you can stay here, or maybe you can try to grab it without losing that balance on your hip. And maybe you can try to bring that leg towards you. Remember, sensation is good, pain is not good. Stay true to yourself. If this feels okay, maybe you can try to grab that foot with your right hand. Bring that foot into your left elbow, eye, eye of your elbow, and then come with your right hand coming towards your left hand and binding those hands together. Just if it feels good. Wherever you are, just breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly, if you were binding, unbind yourself. And slowly bring that back leg down. Okay, now from your pigeon pose, looking forward, we're gonna inhale, bring our arms up, and then exhale, we're gonna fold slowly. Maybe you wanna use cupcake hands, which are your hands like this. And maybe you wanna stay here, you wanna stay halfway. Maybe you can try to come as close to the floor as you can. Maybe you can bring your forehead to the floor. Maybe not. Maybe you can just stay here halfway, just feeling that stretch on your right leg. Wherever you are is okay. And let's just breathe for 5 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, bring your chest completely up. And then we're gonna plant our hands on the mat. We're gonna tuck in the back toes. And we're gonna send that right leg up. And then bring it down to downward facing dog. Let's breathe here. Always inhaling and exhaling. Maybe take a deep inhale and then deep exhale. Let everything go. Now, I'm gonna go on the other side. So, inhale, bring the left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee and bring the feet in between your hands. Lower the back knee to the floor, and then change your foot with your left hand. So the hands are together. The left foot is outside, knee over ankle. If you feel good here, you can stay here. Well, let's stay here for 5 breaths. Better. Always with your chest open, your gaze is forward, your spine is long, nice and long. And now we're gonna grab our left hand. We're gonna push our left knee away from us, keeping that right wrist over under our right um shoulder. So we're gonna push that knee away as far as we can without feeling pain, feeling the stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center. Now, if you're feeling good here, stay here. Chest open, gaze forward. If you feel like you can go a little bit farther, come down into your forearms and keep your gaze forward. Your knee always over your ankle. Stay here for 5 breaths. When you're ready, wherever you are, your next inhale, tuck in the toes and lift the back knee. And let's stay here for 5 breaths. Now, if you're on your forearms, come up and adjust your stand. As on your next inhale, we're coming into a high lunge. And send your arms up towards the sky. Stay here, engage the core. Let's stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your arms, shift your foot, bring your hips where your torso is going, and parallel your arms to the ground for warrior 2. Maybe you want to gaze towards your left hand. Let's breathe here for 5 breaths. Shoulders away from your ears. On your next exhale, coming into warrior 1. So bring your arms up and your hip is going to twist towards the left. Come facing where your left leg is. Let's breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Bring your hands down to the mat around your left foot. And then shift your back foot to face forward. And on your next inhale, bring that left foot up for a three-legged dog. And then on your next exhale, bend that knee and bring that left foot down to meet your right hip bone. Again, if you have a knee injury, just come into your back and make a 4, and you're gonna stay there and breathe. It's the same stretch for the leg. So here, try to keep your chest open, hips squared. We're not balancing towards one side or the other. We're trying to keep our hips squared. Okay. On your next inhale, try to see if you can bring that, slowly bring that right foot up. If this feels good, maybe you can try to grab it with your right hand and bring it closer. Always keeping your chest open and treating yourself with compassion. Breathe here. Maybe if this feels good, you bring that foot into the eye of the elbow, and then maybe you bring that left arm to meet the right arm behind your head, and you make a bind. And you can breathe here. Remember to keep your hips squared. Let's breathe here, wherever you are. Breathe for 5 breaths. If you were on a bind, let that bind go. Bring your left hand to the mat. If you were not, let's bring that back foot down into the mat really carefully. And then bringing both hands to the mat, facing forward. Okay, maybe you feel good here and you want to stay here. That's fine. But maybe you want a little bit more, so you can inhale, bring your arms up, and exhale, coming down to the mat. Maybe you can use your cupcake hands and go as long as you can, as close to the mat as you can. Um, Maybe this side feels totally different from the other side, and that's okay. So, if you want, you can come all the way down and melt into the mat. But wherever you are, maybe you're all the way up. Let's breathe here. Let's take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Let everything that doesn't serve you, let it go. And let's stay here for 5 more breaths. On your next inhale, if you were down on your mat, coming back up and planting your hands on the mat, tucking in your back toes and pushing with those back toes, lifting the left leg up for three-legged dog, and then bringing that leg down into the mat for downward facing dog. Let's breathe here. Maybe you need some water. Maybe you need to come into child's pose. Whatever you need to do is perfectly fine. Let's breathe here for 3 more breaths. And on your next inhale, you're gonna walk or you're gonna jump your feet towards the front of the mat. You're gonna bend your knees and you're gonna, on your next inhale, you're gonna send your arms up, coming into chair pose. Maybe lifting those toes. If you cannot see, look down, and if you cannot see your nails, you may bend a little bit more until you can see your nails, okay? Just keep your knees safe, okay? So coming into chair pose, we're gonna stay here for 5 breaths, keeping your shoulders away from your ears, engaging the core. Now, lower yourself little bit by little bit until you calm down onto the mat and you sit down without putting your hands on the floor. Okay, you're gonna hug your knees. Give yourself a hug. And now we're gonna extend the right leg. On your next inhale, bring your arms up. And then we're gonna do a twist like we did at the beginning. So on your exhale, bring that right elbow to your left knee and your left hand towards your back. And you're gonna inhale, make your spine long. Exhale, twist. Inhale, make your spine long. Exhale, twist a little bit more. One more inhale. One more exhale. And on your next exhale, let it go. Coming back to center. Now here, we may bend our knee a little bit. And we're gonna inhale, bring our arms back up. And then exhale, you're gonna forward fold into the right leg. Okay? Maybe you wanna bring that left leg down. Sorry, I forgot that part. So inhale, bring your arms up, and exhale, forward fold. This feels better, right? Let's breathe here. It's good as far as you can go. Maybe you get here to your chin. Maybe you get to your foot. Wherever you are is fine. Just try to bring your forehead close to your knee. You can bend your knee. And let's breathe here. Trying to feel that stretch here on the left part of your torso. We're gonna stay here for 5 breaths. On your next exhale, let it go. Now we're gonna switch legs. So bending that right leg and extending the left leg. On your next inhale, bring your arms up. And on your next exhale, left hand to your knee and right hand behind yourself. And we're gonna twist. Inhale, make your spine long. Exhale, twist. Inhale, make your spine long. Exhale, twist. Inhale one more time. And exhale one more time. And on your next exhale, coming back to center, lowering down that right leg. And the plant of your foot is gonna touch your thigh wherever you are. Just don't put it right on your knee. Bring it like a little bit more closer to your hips if you can. And on your next inhale, coming with your arms up. And exhale, let it go. Try to reach that foot. Maybe this side feels totally different from your right side, and that's okay. Maybe you can only reach your chin, and that's okay too. You can bend your leg. Let's breathe here for 5 minutes. On your next exhale, let it go. Coming back up with your chest, opening the chest. Now you can bring both hands behind you, and you're gonna stand both legs. Okay. Now you may bend your knees, and now we're gonna do a fold, seated forward fold. So inhale, bring your arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Try to reach as far as you can without feeling any pain. Remember, stay true to yourself. Sensation is good, pain is not. And stay here for 5 more breaths. On your next exhale, let it go. Now, from here, we're gonna we're gonna bend our knees, maybe hug them a little bit again. Maybe we wanna move our feet a little bit here from side to side. Maybe tap the mat with our feet here, keeping the chest open, shoulders away from your ears. And now we're gonna place our hands behind our back. We're gonna open those feet. We're gonna bring them apart a little bit, like hip width, and then we're gonna push up, coming into our malasana or squat. If it's difficult for you, you may bring something to put under your sit bones, under your glutes. Just try to keep your chest open, your spine long, and you're gonna bring your elbows to push away the inside of your thighs, and maybe you come into a prayer with your hands. Keep your chest open, spine long, and let's breathe here. Two more breaths. Now, you may bring your hands onto the mat, and we're gonna move our legs a little bit. So just see what it feels right. Feel your hips, feel your legs, doing some movements, however it feels good for you. Breathing. Maybe try to bring the knees towards the floor. When you're ready, you can find stillness again. And we have two options. So maybe you want to come towards the back of your mat. And from here, you can try to extend your legs. You're going to try to bring your toes like together, but not touching, but facing the same way. So yeah, like they were together. And you're gonna put your hands not too far away from your feet, and you're gonna try to start bending your knees and bringing them into your arms like this, just trying to balance yourself, not really going anywhere, just try to make this movement, coming forward, trying to bring your knees into your armpits, just making that movement. And if it's in your practice, you can even try to come into crow. Okay, so also if you're practicing your crow, you can put one of these, I don't know why I forgot the name, but one of these in front of you, and or anything that looks like it, and you may help yourself with that. You may place your head here. Okay, so that may help with your crow. So otherwise, you can just keep doing that movement. This is really good to engage the core. Okay. And then you can also try to find your balance and come into crowd pose. Remember to engage the core, rooting through your hands. And if you're here making that movement, also try to engage the core when you come forward, okay? On your next exhale, you can come back down into Malasana, into your squat. And then we're just gonna sit and maybe come into the middle of your mat and slowly coming down with all your body. Whew. So you can bring your knees to your chest and hug them and maybe sway side to side. Always breathing. Maybe it feels good if you do your happy baby, so you can wrap your index finger and thumb onto your big toe and open your legs. Maybe keep them bent. Maybe you want to straighten the legs, sway side to side. Let your baby be happy. Always breathing. Always being one with your breath. When you're ready, bringing both legs down. And we're gonna bring the right knee up. Grab it with our left hand. Extend our right arm towards the right side. Maybe you want to move your left hip bone towards your right side a little bit. That will make it easier to twist. And we're gonna bring that right knee down towards the left side. And if it feels good, gaze towards your right hand. Maybe your neck is not that flexible. You can look straight up, okay? And let's breathe here for 5 breaths. On your next inhale, bring it that knee back to center, extending that leg. And let's go on the other side. Bring that right leg, right knee up, and then bring it down to your right side. If it's good, gaze towards your left hand. If not, just gaze up to the sky or to your ceiling. Let's breathe here for 5 breaths. Try to keep both shoulders on the floor. When you're ready on your next inhale, coming back to center and laying down that leg. And now we're gonna relax. We are going to close our eyes, lay your hands on the sides of our body, relax our shoulders, relax our legs, relax our face, our jaw, our neck, our eyebrows. Everything is just going to relax. This is the most important part of the practice. So we're just gonna lay here. We're gonna breathe. Maybe you want to bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. Feel yourself. And let's reflect a little bit on what we talked about in the beginning of the class. Let's think if we're really being true to ourselves. If we were true to ourselves in the practice, if we stayed where it was, um, comfortable, where there wasn't any pain, if we also had some compassion to ourselves, um, also let's think if every time we say the truth, we apply compassion. If even if it's to ourselves or to others, are we doing both? Are we saying the truth with compassion? Are we being as honest as we are to others? Are we being as honest with ourselves? Are we listening to our needs? Are we listening to what our body needs, to what our mind needs? Now, start coming back. Start maybe moving your toes, moving your fingers, swaying your head side to side. Start coming back. Maybe open your arms, opening your chest, shaking your legs a little bit. And when you're ready, coming on your side and pushing back up to come into a comfortable seat. Thank you all for being here today. And for taking this time to yourself. And the to close the class, I'm just gonna say a phrase, which is the light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for being here. Now I'm gonna stop the recording.